All right, guys. So you should have already gotten a video of the car traveling down the ramp. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the video. So here's mine. Check out my really cool face. We're going to use this video to figure out what the acceleration of the car moving down the ramp is. So let's just start my video here. Okay. Whoops. Go back. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. Oh, right about there. Okay, good. Um, Now remember the first thing I want to do is I want to click this little red dot button right here. So I click that dot button and that's going to allow me to start adding points. Okay, so I've got my button and I'm just going to try and click right in the center of my car. I know it's hard to see, but I click in the center of the car. Okay, now remember I'm going to go down here to the next frame button. I'm going to click 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go right on the center of the car again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's hard to see, but we're going to do our best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I know it's tedious, but keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good. Okay, now if I go past there, it's going to go past off the end of the track. So this is enough dots right here. Okay, good. So before I go on to deal with my graphs, the other thing I want to do is I want to click on this ruler right here. It should say set scale. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the ruler and I'm going to start at one end. I'm going to click and hold and drag. So see how when I drag I've got a green line? I'm going to drag it all the way up here from one piece of tape to the next piece of tape. Okay, now it asks me what that distance is. Now that's a meter stick, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it it's 1 meter. I'm going to click OK. All right, so now I'm good. So now what I'm going to do here is yours probably actually already shows a graph, but I deleted my graph. So if you don't have a graph, I'm going to click Insert Graph. All right, now I don't know what your graph already shows, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. So anytime you want to make it all look pretty, we go Page and Auto Arrange. All right, so it looks nice. Now, this isn't what we want. So I want to go over here and click on the words, whatever it says. You might have X velocity, Y velocity, I don't know. But the thing that I want to click is I want to click here and I want to see X velocity. Okay, so now what I've got is a velocity versus time graph for the motion of my car. All right, so this needs to be X velocity right here. And now if you look, I've got pretty close to constant velocity. You know, I think that because of some friction, we might have started off, excuse me, not constant velocity, constant acceleration. So my line's pretty flat here. So it looks like maybe because of friction, I wasn't accelerating as fast at the beginning. And then something causes my acceleration to slow down a little bit here. Probably, again, some sort of friction, maybe between the axle and the car. Maybe the friction here was the wheel and the track, but that's okay. It's close enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I'm clicked on this now. Okay, I'm clicked on my graph, and I'm going to click on this little button right here. That's going to be linear fit. That's what I want. So I click linear fit. All right, so look what it did is it put a line of best fit on my acceleration graph. Now, specifically what I'm looking for here, okay, is, whoops, okay. What I'm looking for is the slope. So notice, I don't know why it's in the middle like that. The slope says 0.813 meters per second per second. So that's 0.813 meters per second squared. And since we're going to be measuring in centimeters, I can go ahead and change this. I just move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So I'm going to write 81.3 centimeters per second squared. So that is going to be our acceleration is 81.3 centimeters per second squared. So make sure that we get that written down on your paper, and you guys are ready to move on to the next step.